Hello, welcome back to episode 3. Today we're going to talk about half adders, full adders, and how to cascade these. So a half adder is a way of adding two bits together to produce an output, and a full adder is a way of adding three. And we're going to talk about how these are implemented in Minecraft, and then how we can cascade them to do more than just 2 or 3 bits. So to start, the half adder is going to produce an output of course, either 0, 1, or 2. So those are the 3 possible combinations. We're going to do this by having an exclusive OR gate combined with an AND gate. So to start, let's pretend that this is A and this is B. We'll bring these forward a bit. And first we're going to plug it into the exclusive OR gate. So we're going to come right here. And we'll set up our exclusive OR, just like so. Oops. There we go. And remember that this exclusive OR gate, I showed off earlier here. You can watch the first episode to see a more in-depth explanation of that. Now we need an AND gate. Now remember, we can pass redstone over like this because it can't connect through a block, so only A will get passed over. And this is how we're going to come over here to add our AND gate. So we'll bring this all the way over. And now let's set up our AND gate. Same thing. Pulse into the torches out here. And then we can drag it forward just like this. So we can call this one right here the sum. And this one right here the carry. So the way it's going to work is if A is on. Oops. Let's check out what happened here. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot one piece of redstone dust there. So if A is on, then the output will be 1. If B is on as well, the output is going to be 2. It's going to carry over. And along with this, B is 1, the output will be 1. So next, let's look at how we can cascade these. This thing is called a carry because ideally, you don't want to add just 1 and 1. That's very simple, but we want to add more. We want to add more than that. So we can actually increase it, adding more. So the way we can do this is the carry can actually plug into, we can think of this right here as another input, as another B. So we'll call that A0. And we can come over here and let's create an A1. We'll set it up right here. We can call this A1. And now what we have set up here is we can actually replicate what we did there. And we can do the same exact thing, or we'll just bring it over, plug it through, we'll create our exclusive OR gate, just like so. And now we have this set up, and this should be familiar, just as I built over there. And now, the same way, we'll carry this over, and we can set ourselves up an AND gate right here. And just like that, we now can carry multiple bits. So for example, right now, none of them are on. So if A is on, the sum's going to be 1. If B is on, though, it's going to carry itself over here, just like that. Additionally, if A1 is on right here, I can see that there are 1, 2, 3 things turn on, and the third light is on. And so that's an example of how we carry, is that the carry will actually turn into another input. And just like this, you can see we can cascade them. We can build 2, 3, 4, however many we want. Yeah, so now let's take a look at full adders, and then we'll look at how to cascade those. Okay, so let's take a look at full adders now. We did our half adder earlier with A and B, and we're going to have the same thing, A and B, but this time we're going to have a C, and we call this generally the carry in when we cascade. So we're going to call this C right here. There are many ways to do full adders. I'm going to do a way that does 2 exclusive ORs, 2 ANDs, and an OR gate. So let's take a look at that really fast. We're going to set up our same thing as earlier, where we just come right here, and we're going to plug into an exclusive OR at the start, and we're basically going to build a half adder here so we can come out. Let me keep it bright for you guys. We'll set up our half adder just like so. However, instead of this being the output, we're actually going to continue this. And this right here is going to have another exclusive ore with, we'll renew this redstone, because remember redstone only travels so far, so every now and then you do want to renew it. This is going to have an exclusive ore right here. And so let's do that. Let's bring it right here, and it's going to have another exclusive ore. Just like so. And now we can say that this is going to be our sum. And we're going to do the same AND gate. We're going to bring it here, and we'll make it in the air just to make it a little more condensed, because redstone can get quite large, quite messy, so we're going to contain it a little bit right here. Bring that up. There we go. And this one right here is going to have an OR gate with the AND gate of our carry and the exclusive OR. So right before we plug in the exclusive OR here, let's actually bring it out like so. We're going to bring it right there, and then we're going to loop this one around as well. And so this AND is going to be between the exclusive OR of A and B and the carry in is going to stream under and over here. We'll do another AND gate. And now this output, along with this output right here, and let's just bring that around like so, and we'll drop it down. Is going to have an output right here, and I'll raise it one up just to make it slightly more visible. And once again, it's not going to travel fully, so 3, 6, 9, 12. Let's put a repeater right here just to renew it. And so now let's see what happened. Let's go through it. Just A is on. We know the sum's on 1. If they're both here, we know we have a carry because we have 2. And that's obviously going to change back. Now let's look at what happens if we have C on. It's going to produce 1. And just like that, we know we have 3. And we know our carry's on to cascade forward. Now, let's take a look. It'll still work if C's here. It still carries. And it still carries. And just like earlier, we have this one right here. I'm not going to build it because it's a little more complex than the half adder. But just as we carried through here to add another sequence, add another set where we have an input right here, we can do the same. We can have an additional, you can set up an additional 2 inputs right here. And then this carry right here, you can do a repeater to pull this forward. And just like this, you have your third input right here. And we know that carry is on 1, so we're adding an additional 1 to the sum of these 2 right here. So this is an example of a full adder. And in the next video, we're going to look at using some cascading of full adders to add 4 bit numbers.